So what are some techniques that you use whenever you cold approach? Like, what is your strategy?
Um, Man, I'll just walk up to him, and I'll be like, "Hey," and I'll just be like, "I just seen you over there. I just thought you were cute. I wanted to meet you."
Hmm.
Or I'll just say hello, and then whatever comes to mind, like I'll kind of just say hello and smile and see their reaction, and then go
You
off of
feed off
that.
their energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's usually something along the lines of like, "I saw you when I was over there, and I came over here. What's your name? You're really pretty.
Hmm.
Blah blah blah, what are you doing?" And then it's like some sort of, let me get your Instagram, or what are you doing this weekend?
Hmm. And if they're really interested, one thing I'll do is I'll say, "So what are you doing later?"
Yeah,
If it seems like they're really digging me and they're smiling, and even if they touch me, I know I can smash right then and there. So I'm like, so what are you doing later? And it's best whenever they can walk from the spot where you approached them to the next place. Now you're definitely fucking. I'm just gonna say that. If they follow you from there to another place,
they call it
you're fucking.
it's an insta date, like you guys
Yeah,
immediately have
instant
a
date.
little date.
Sorry to interrupt today's podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying the information. This will be a three-part podcast. By the way, if you want to watch the entire podcast will be on Patreon. Now, if you guys like what you're hearing and you plan on traveling to Latin America, guys, we have made travel guides for all of these countries. For example, Buenos Aires, Salvador Bahia, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Montevideo, Paraguay. Anywhere you want to go in South America, we have a travel guide for you. All you have to do is click the link below. It's a Linktree link. Click the link, go to the website. Even Santiago is on there. There's a Santiago travel guide. Click that link, buy the travel guide. You'll know exactly where to go, exactly what you need to do, exactly what you need to avoid, exactly how much you should plan to spend. You guys, it is basically buying a consultation without having to talk to me on the phone, without having to pay a high price like $150 or even more. You can get it all for as low as $20. And if you are on Patreon, you can get it as low as $10. So make sure you guys guarantee yourself an amazing trip to one of these countries and buy yourself a travel guide. And do not forget to get the free digital nomad starter kit. Guys, I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm having to hire virtual assistants to help me do some of this work so I can continue to bring you guys more valuable content. If you really want to support this content, besides hitting the Cash App, I want to give you guys value. So buy one of these digital products that I made just for you. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah. So I give you guys. I'm not gonna give you guys all my game. Y'all gonna have to pay me for all the game. But one technique that I always tell you guys is if somebody is walking in front of you and you see them glance at you, turn around completely until they are not in your eyesight. Him and I did this
That
the other
works.
day. I turned around, I was like, wait, I bet you she's gonna look back at us. I saw her glance out the corner of her eye. They walked like for like a whole 30 or 45 seconds. Then they turned around and I was right there waving, waiting. I ended up fucking one of them.
We
So
both did.
we,
We
we, we
smashed two
both, yeah.
sisters.
Two sisters. So that, I knew a guy, arrogant asshole. He was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna turn around. I'm not turning around on nobody." Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you're leaving a lot of pussy on the
The
table.
simplest techniques are the ones that works. Like these dating coaches are like, I have a fucking A to Z course of the scientific method, and it's like this dude's just fucking waving at girls.
Yeah, it works.
I'm like, why didn't I think of that? You're just like, hey, and the fucking came over.
I thought of that because and they came over. I
Like, what's
thought
your
of that.
Instagram?
Yeah, I thought of that because whenever I would see chicks and I'd make eye contact and I didn't know what to say, I was like, what's a good way to break the ice? Well, what do they do? Women, I've seen women in movies wave at men. Let me try that. It hasn't failed me yet.
You do have to admit, though, you have to be a pretty good looking dude for that to work.
Yeah, no. You have to have
You're
some
gonna have to
sort
do
of sex
something
appeal.
else if you're.
Yeah, if you don't have that, you have to have some sort of style, nice hair. Like something has to be wave material.
I don't know though. A smile and a wave could go a long way. Like
It
if
could make you
someone
more
waves at
attractive.
you, you might just wave back or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's a good icebreaker, but like you said, if you're a good looking guy, it's flawless to work. But if you're below average, first of all, if you're below average, and if we're talking about style, out of shape, maybe, haircut, if it's something you can change, fix it. we can't fix your facial features. I mean, let's go get plastic surgery. So this is what it is for the most part. But if it's something you could change, upgrade your skills so you can wave at women, and they're like, "Oh, he just waved at me." Because I do that all the time, and I see them tell their friends like, "Oh shit, he just waved at me." When they do that, now you know you got them. Because why would she get that excited if she wasn't interested? So let's talk about a huge upcoming problem we have here in the United States. Well, there in the United States, and you cracked a joke about this yesterday. Let's tell the truth about incels traveling. And I'm sorry to insult you guys, but it is a proper term, incels, I guess. What is an incel? In my opinion, an incel is somebody that pretty much is locked in a closet, no interaction. They don't know how to converse with women. They're more than likely out of shape and haven't cut their hair in 6 months. And they don't go to the gym. Like I said, they're out of shape. They're just very, very awkward in modern society. You take them to the mall, they'll stand out because something's just not right about them. Let's say that. So people watch my videos and they say, "Oh, like, and I've never told you guys this. I don't know why some guys think this. Oh, Austin said, if you're not getting any play in the States and you're a virgin because you're so awkward, if you just go to Brazil to work." Not what the hell I said. If you have basic understanding of women and you can make a woman laugh at least one time an hour, going to these other places, it'll be a day and night difference.
Brazil isn't even an easy place, honestly.
Mhm.
Brazil, you have a shit ton of competition.
There is a lot of competition.
The place is like intimidating, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, as far as like if you're not getting any girls in the States and then you go overseas, you're not going to get anything. Well, yeah, you're probably not going to get anything else because you're not self-aware. That's why you don't dress right, you don't work out.
Mhm.
You're not really even trying to play to win.
Mhm.
And you're probably just not self-aware. It's a lot of these like autistic type guys or
Mhm.
people with but I will tell you, I do have a friend from the States who gets zero play in the States, and when he travels, he gets something.
Mhm.
So it's like
Bare minimum.
it's like you move up like a point or a point and a half when you leave the States. Or
I would agree. So if you could only get 6s or 8, let's say you could only get 6s in the States, you might max out at an 8 in Brazil. Yeah, if you can get 8s in the States, you can get the best of the best.
you have more opportunities. So you probably get more of what you're already getting.
So what would you recommend an incel? What would you have to say to those people that think that I'm telling people traveling is a cheat code? It's not just some magical solution of turning dust into gold. It's a cheat code.
It's like you went to a better club. Like you go to one club and everyone's trashy and shit, and you could probably pull some like the hottest girl in that club who's like a fucking 4, or you could go to the place where all the 10s are hanging out. There's just the reason why it's better down here is because there's more hot women walking around. Like
their value goes down because there's too many of them.
Yeah, and they're normal. They're just, they have the culture that everyone's thinking in their mind, like this is how it should be. Man and woman dynamic. Very simple.
So what would you say an incel needs to practice on? Somebody that would identify.
The world needs incels, bro. I do not want a bunch of fucking pimps out here.
Yeah, no, we do need some people that do.
Why are there? Okay, what could an incel do if he wants to level up? You need to be in the gym. Like, first off, be in the gym, and you should be comfortable with cold approach. You should do a shitload of that. You should do about a year of like just even in the States, you could learn how to do this. Like, say you're a young guy, and you're doing this for the first time. You need to like go find some wingmen or something, and just approach every fucking day for like a year, like 10 approaches a day. Just like go crazy with it. And then you need to learn how to take pictures because we're living in fucking 2024. You need to get good at taking pictures, editing your pictures, what a good setting for pictures looks like the background, how to look high status. Like you 100% need a decent or really good Instagram nowadays. And yeah, I don't know. Why are you an incel? You want to be. Obviously, you're just not self-aware, and you're like, "What am I doing wrong?" I've met a lot of guys who are just they're autistic or something, man.
Mm-hmm.
They have no self-awareness.
So truly, they need to do self-improve. Like the dating coaches say, look at your inner self. Well, some of you guys, that is true. Some of you guys complain about chicks in the States, and it is you sometimes. There is a problem, so it's not all of us. But there are some of you guys, I'm like, I don't think you have the right to
A lot of
complain.
dudes are just have this defeatist mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be complaining all the time, and they just wallow and love complaining about their situation. And I'm like, dude, you're not even trying. You don't believe that you can do this. You're just like, it's not me. It's it's these girls are fucking. It's the fucking patriarch, whatever it is. It's
Patriarchy, yeah.
not the patriarchy, but it's the culture. It's the fucking, you know.
Something that's out of their control that they couldn't change anyway.
Yeah.